Peace all. So I'm sitting here listening to a podcast discussing is Love Blind or is Love Blind, a Netflix flick, and when I've been discussing about the interracial couple, and it's hit home because there's been a spirit form that's been assigned to I wanting me to go that way as well. And I've never been, I'm not a racist, do you know what I'm saying? I understand different cultures and I'm proud of the culture that I come from, and I shine that through. And I'm an amalgamation of cultures anyway, so and it's all infused, and I wanted to differentiate cultures, not race, because that we, as long as you're human, we all form the same race, right? But I was just talking to myself, and it's like, love, yes, a lot of people just want to be loved, but they need to first of all love themselves, as we all know. As you know, I've been banging that like a ongoing record, not broken, no, ongoing record. And so it's important to love yourself, understand yourself. And it's seemingly like, these people, at least the black woman loves her culture, whatever, from what I hear from the conversation. I haven't watched it myself, but just as they were speaking, a thought sparked, and it's about understanding your galactic origin, okay? Because if you can't respect that, if you can't understand that, then there's always going to be problems. And it's almost like the galactic origin is the higher vibration of what we see today on Earth with what we call the interracial couplings, right? If you are from different galaxies, different parts of the galaxies, you're going to understand and move differently on Earth, and you incarnate differently on Earth. Right? So it's really understanding that it's not just falling because this is a blind date kind of show, and it's not about just going for something because you've been lonely for so many years and you sparked you sparked something with somebody. Because if you didn't know, FYI, like, as we all, and like I said, an amalgamation of cultures. Like in regards to galactic origins, we've all come from different sides of the galaxy, but there's a prominence always in whichever incarnation you're in, right? The same ways, and that's the higher vibration. The lower vibration is like you can be a Caucasian male, but really be down with the African race, or understanding all of these things. But where have you been most, and where have you most attuned to? Do you know what I mean? That's what will come through. And that's why it's important. It's not about the race. It's about the galactic origin that we have to understand and move with and then pursue. Because that's when things can really be strong and fulfilling. And this is like the earthly vibration. I don't want to say lower vibration. It's the earth, the higher and the lower plane vibration of it all. Like, as the woman being very strong in her race and understanding, the cultural norms and all these things, that's cool. And even if the man understands the cultural norms and that someone's trying to touch the girl's hair or the woman's hair, and he was like, no, don't touch her hair, because he understands that. But that's like common knowledge. That's not the thing. We have to go deeper than that. That's really surface, in fact. We have to go deeper than that. And to an extent, it's understanding the hierarchy that's been placed on Earth, right? But then again, what does that look like in the galaxies? It's like some are here to do the work of the light, and some are here to just keep the work of the dark going, in fact. And it will be coated and convoluted in all kinds of ways for you to think like it's all gravy, and it may not be. So that's why it's important. Like, we can't shun people because of the surface, but we really have to, if we are going into those kind of relations, is understanding the galactic origin. That's why it's so important to get to know who the hell you are. Because when you do, you really know everything else around you. You can tell what's really good for you, what's not really good for you. And that's more than just the surface level. It's deep. It's understanding your cycles. Where have you been? What do you really feel in your core about it all? Because for me, definitely, it's not about the race. And you know, I'm loved by many. Oh, I'm not gonna lie, I attract all kinds, but that doesn't mean they're all right for me. Do you understand? And that's very important to know. Very, very extremely important to know. Tomato, tomato, yo. It's the same but different, and we have to understand the differences so we can really grow, thrive, not just survive, you know?